This is PC3 Media, and I'm Stacy Clark, and I'm joined by Anna Chalker, who is a multimedia skilled journalist/reporter at WTHR in Indianapolis. And I actually had the opportunity to listen to her presentation at IASB about storytelling through social media, and I thought it was a pretty good presentation.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Try to put my most into it.
Yeah. How are you doing today, Anna?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
So first of all, how did you end up at WTHR?
It's kind of a long journey. So I have been a reporter with them for about 2.5 years. But before I started working there, I actually interned at the station in the summer of 2022. They are actually the station I grew up watching. I always wanted to work there. So when it came for me to do my college internship, I knew that's where I wanted to go. I had a very successful internship. A lot happened during that summer, really proved myself. And I thought, when I graduated, I was going to go to a tiny market for a couple years, kind of get my footing in, and then go in. And then my last semester of college, they gave me a call and said, "We have an opening and we want you to come work here. And we know you can grow here and do the best that you can." And I think the rest has been history. So it's been about 4 years at this point of knowing the staff and really growing from a little intern to now. But I think it's definitely the place that I wanted to be my whole life.
Yeah, it seems like you had a lot of growing to do. So is this like where you pictured yourself when you were younger?
For sure. And this is always, especially once you were learning how the broadcasting world works, this is the place I wanted to end at. I knew this is a place that thrives themselves on building a community, being involved with the people that they serve and that you watch every day. So I knew that was a place I wanted to end because Indy is such a fantastic city, fantastic market. Never thought I'd start there. So that was a little different. So it's kind of definitely shifted my perspective on things, but I think in a good way because I now know I'm home. I have people that I can rely on there, even though I'm just a little ways away from home. So it definitely is dreams aligning that we've been seeing the last couple of years.
So where is your home exactly?
I'm from Connorsville, so about an hour east of Indy. It's kind of in between Indy and Cincinnati. So I'm right in the middle of the area. So I can also get some Cincinnati TV stations when I'm home, but I grew up on Indy and that's what I've grown to love.
So let's focus more on your job. What would you say are your daily tasks?
It really kind of depends on what shift you're on. For me, for the past year, I've been on our Sunrise team. So it is a very quick moving shift. I start my days at 2:30 in the morning, figure out what my story is going to be for the day, whether it's something I've pre-shot and had it all done or something from the night before that we're going to expand on. And I hit the ground running when I go in. So I basically get in, listen to all the sound, look at all the video, create 5 different hits. That's how many hits as I have typically throughout the hour. And then once it hits about 7:30, the fast part of my day is done. That's all done. So then afterwards with that, I have other shoots that I have to get done throughout the day, planning other stories. Now that I've been kind of in the anchor fill-in rotation, there are even some days I'm anchoring our noon show. So really during that time when I have those extra hours, I can plan a lot of enterprise stories. So fast moving environment that definitely you have to adjust to, especially when you're up at 2:30 in the morning.
So if someone came to you and told you that they were interested in doing what you're doing, what would you say is the most important advice you would give them?
I think a couple big things for me, something I wish I kind of lived a little more was being a sponge, not just with growing in the profession, but knowing what's going on around you. I think especially us in the younger generations, we sometimes don't pay attention to the world around us. Well, the world around us is news and it's history. You are on the steps of history watching it being made. So you want to pay attention to what's going on because it's not just impacting the world, it could be impacting you at home here, how you can relay that to the viewers. That's something big I've learned is You got to be able to learn a little bit of everything, and being a sponge really helps with that. Also, something working in a big market, especially as one of the younger ones, I always had to tell myself to stop comparing myself to everyone else's journey. It's kind of hard to do that, like a little imposter syndrome, if you will. So I always tell young kids as they're getting in, you're here for a reason. They hired you for a reason. And that's something that you just kind of have to remember, and that you will prove yourself down the line. Sometimes it just takes a little longer, shorter time than others. It just really depends.
Now, getting back to waking up early, how do you get used to that?
I've always been an early bird. I'm one of those. I like to be in bed by 9 p.m. I like to be ready and settled. I don't like going out for too long of a night. And I'm typically up most days, especially on my weekends, by like 7 o'clock in the morning. So a little bit of adjustment here or there, having to go to bed when the sun's still out. But I've always liked it because then when I'm off early in the morning, I can go run and do appointments. I can do other shoots, and I still have a full day ahead of me. Like I was able to do this today because I had nothing else to do after work. So pretty easy to adjust to it. Sometimes it just takes a little bit and some extra caffeine, but you get through it by the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like I could relate to you because I also kind of like getting up early and getting things done.
I love mornings. I hate nights.
Yeah. Um, so what would you say is your favorite part of your job so far?
Oh, I have so many favorites. I would say something I love the most about my job is getting to meet new people every day. Yes, we have so many people that we work with constantly, especially when we host these big events. We know the committees that we're working with or anything, but actually getting to be involved in our communities and kind of learn about them. That's something I love about Indy and any big city is that, yes, it's a big city, but there are so many small neighborhoods and communities and so many people that want to make those areas better. So once you're able to actually step out, I love to some days. I know I'm always on a tight deadline, but if I'm at an event covering something, I try to take at least 10 minutes to talk with the organizer or talk with maybe Gladys who lives down the road that's there or something, just to kind of gain that perspective and really kind of understand everyone's lives are so unique, our journeys are so different, and that's really kind of what makes a community so special. So that's something I've learned to love, just taking the time to really meet the people that I'm serving.
What would you say has been your favorite event so far?
Oh, there's so many. You've got to say the Indy 500. That's always the best one for all of us. We love it. It's a very chaotic day. Some that I've loved the most. This past weekend we just did Final Four. That was really cool. That was a blast. Especially in the mornings when you don't have fans and stuff around, you kind of have to be a little tricky with it and have a little fun with it. So being in an empty convention center, got to make the best of it. The U.S. Olympic swim trials, that was a really cool one as well. Putting a swimming pool in Lucas Oil Stadium. Can't believe we've done that before. But really, I would say every event we've hosted, there's a little piece of each of them that have become my favorite, even though they're probably very stressful at times once we're in there trying to get it all figured out and gathered. But once it's done, I'm like, oh, can we have it again? I miss it. I want to have this event again. Let's start bringing it all back to us.
Mhm. Now I think it's time to get to the fun part. Now it's time for one of my favorite parts, the hot seat. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, I ask everyone who does the hot seat this question, what's your opinion on mint chocolate chip ice cream?
I like it. I've always liked it. My family, we are big mint chocolate chip ice cream people.
Yeah, I like mint chocolate chip ice cream too, but I gotta say my favorite flavor is definitely vanilla with cookie dough.
That's a good. Moose Tracks is my top, but that one is definitely a good one too.
Hmm. Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks, 100%.
Eh, I think I have to disagree with that one. I'm definitely a Dunkin' fan, but I
Yes,
don't
it
drink
is.
coffee though.
I do.
Mhm.
I'm kind of fueled on it every day.
Mhm. Yeah, but what's your go-to order?
Right now, it is a pistachio cream cold brew. And then sometimes, if I need a second pick me up, I'll do a refresher because it's not as much caffeine and it's not going to make me feel jittery by the end of the day.
Yeah, those are good. I drink those, just not caffeine.
Yeah.
I mean, not coffee, caffeine coffee. Books or movies?
I like movies the best. I really am not a good reader.
Um, yeah, I can agree with that. I like movies because like you can see what's going on.
Yes. And when you're home, you can skip right through it.
Yeah, skip through all the parts you don't like.
Exactly.
So, what's your favorite movie?
I would say one that I've loved forever, two that I've loved forever is The Wizard of Oz and Grease. I definitely love a fictional story with a little bit of song and
Mhm.
dance in the middle. That definitely has been two movies that have drawn me
Mhm.
forever. But I do have a feeling in a couple weeks the Michael Jackson movie might be inching up there for what I've seen on the trailers. I'll be able to confirm that when that comes out in a couple weeks.
Mhm. Dream vacation.
I would love, I just said this and I don't remember exactly where I said I'd love to go. I would love to go to Greece. That is a place I've always wanted to see and wanted to just go to for a little bit.
Mhm. Um, what's your favorite food?
Anything Chinese food. I love Chinese food. That's always my first option whenever I'm going out with anyone.
Yeah, I like Chinese food too. I like to get orange chicken.
It is a good one. My hometown has a really good Chinese restaurant, so I'm always eating that when I'm back at home.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs, 100%.
Yeah, I love dogs too. I have a dog. Her name is Fig Newton, and she's a Vizsla Pharaoh Hound mix.
Oh, that's cute. I have a dog at home. She's kind of a mutt. Her name's Lucy. We don't really know what she is. She just showed up. So he's ours.
Well, thanks for coming on, Anna, and for PC3 Media, I'm Stacy Clark signing off.